Welcome and thanks for joining us as we leave Letaba and head up to Punda Maria, the camp furthest north in Kruger National Park. The 177-kilometre drive to Punda Maria is tarred all the way, and it showcases a diverse range of vegetation zones, from mopane and acacia woodlands to open grassveld and tall riverine trees. This biodiverse environment supports abundant bird life and species adapted to the northern region. These hyenas appear to be disturbed by something, as they're all showing alert behavior. Did you know that a clan of hyenas can have as many as 80 members, depending on food availability and habitat? The females are often larger than the males, and the clan is typically dominated by a matriarch. It was a real treat to come across this beautiful martial eagle with the remains of a leguan that it had been eating. The Tropic of Capricorn is an exciting landmark to cross over in the park. It marks the line of latitude located approximately 23.5 degrees south of the equator. We've come across 4 male lions that appear to be contemplating whether to hunt a buffalo at this waterhole. They are certainly thinking about it, and the animals are aware of them and sounding the alarm. A group of male lions like this is called a coalition, and they band together to increase their chances of competing for territory and mating rights, as they can work together to defend against rival males and take over prides. It's quite disappointing that they've decided not to attack. It could be the heat that's made them a bit lethargic, or they could still be full from a previous kill. But either way, it was just lovely to see them. This small dam, located shortly after the Punda Maria turnoff, is worth a stop. Even if there's no game coming down to drink, you can always enjoy the bird life along the water's edge. Punda Maria and Pafuri are renowned for the abundance of birds that can be found in the area, so we're always on the lookout for birds. Our campsite under a thick acacia tree is shady and conveniently close to the ablution block. It hasn't taken long for a flock of crested guinea-fowl to come and welcome us to the area. These birds are nicknamed Bob Marley chickens because of their dreadlocks and red eyes. Our campsite is right next to this rather inviting-looking swimming pool, just the spot to cool down in this February heat. There's a fabulous hide next to the Waterhole, where one can get close-up sightings of the large numbers of animals and birds that come here to drink or have a swim. I often think of how humans would be jumping around and performing here if they splashed mud into their eyes. It doesn't seem to bother this elephant at all. Watching impalas is always entertaining. You can't keep baboons and monkeys out of the campsites, so you just have to guard your food carefully. Being confronted by a large baboon can be quite scary, especially as they don't seem to have any fear of women if they try to chase them away. I'm very wary of them. The main drive in the Punda Maria area is known as the Mahoney Loop. This is a very picturesque drive with beautiful trees and scenery. Our timing for these flowering bauhinia trees was good. I think they're called bauhinias. Please correct me if I'm wrong. They lined the road on either side and were full of birds. At this time of the year, it can be quite difficult to spot game in the lush long grass unless they're quite close to the road. It took us a few minutes to realize that this elephant had an injured left front leg. The poor thing was really battling to walk, shuffling along, trying not to put any of her enormous weight on her sore leg. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe down below. Thank you. Elephants normally have a unique way of walking. They use a movement called ambling, which is a type of gait where 2 or 3 feet are always connected with the ground. This provides stability for their massive size. This injury is really messing up with that gait, poor thing. As always, we like to admire the little creatures as well. These colourful CMR beetles were making short work of this lovely yellow flower. Brown-headed parrots are known for forming strong monogamous bonds with their mates. Pairs will perch close together and engage in mutual preening to reinforce their bond. How's this for a beautiful long tail? Outside the breeding season, this male long-tailed paradise wider looks similar to the female, with mostly brown streaked feathers, resembling a sparrow or other small seed-eating bird. However, during the breeding season, he undergoes a striking transformation, changing color completely and growing a very long tail that can reach 3 times its body length. Here we have the sausage tree, the Cagelia africana. The fruit is not normally eaten due to its unpleasant taste, but it is used in various traditional medicines across Africa to treat wounds, skin conditions, and infections. Baboons can be really playful with one another. It's always nice to watch them in their natural habitat away from humans. That's quite a large anthill near that tree that they're playing on. Whenever you see mouse birds perched on trees, they usually have their tummies facing the sun. This sunbathing helps them maintain an optimal body temperature, aiding in the breakdown and absorption of their food and speeding up digestion. It's unusual to see a turtle on the road away from a river or a pond, but this little fellow has found himself a puddle to head towards. We're on our way to spend a few hours driving around the Shingwedzi area, which is about 69 kilometers from Punda Maria. We've popped into the Babalala picnic site to see what birds we can see here. The place is quite deserted, but it's interesting to see how they've built the seating area around this magnificent tree. It's quite spectacular. This is where we saw the lions when we came up. Today the scene's quite different, with a lonely elephant and some zebra at the Waterhole. Every visit is different. We're on the S134 just outside Shingwedzi and have come across this amazing pack of African wild dogs. What incredible luck to have them all to ourselves to enjoy. It really is special to see how they all have different patterns on their bodies, and when the sun hits their coats they're quite magnificent. This really is a very special privilege for us. Rob's photos do them far more justice than my video. Little bee eaters are skilled at hunting bees and other flying insects. To prevent being stung after catching a bee, they'll return to the perch and then repeatedly rub the insect on the branch to remove the sting before swallowing the bee whole. Elephants have the ability to find water even in a dry riverbed. Here we can see how they have dug a hole and found water. This can be a source of water for other animals to drink from as well. Sadly, this is our last evening at Punda Maria. We've had a wonderful time here and will be really sorry to leave.
Cheers.
During our stay at Punda Maria, we made 2 trips to Pafuri. And because we enjoyed it so much, we decided that it warranted a dedicated video to share the stunning scenery and the unique wildlife encounters we experienced there. If you'd like to join us for that special adventure, please follow the link at the end of this video. Pafuri is truly a gem of Kruger, a magnificent area that you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching. Join us at Satara Camp as we begin the homeward stretch of our time in Kruger.